Nigel Gregory Benn, known as the Dark Destroyer, is an English former boxer who held world titles in the middleweight and super-middleweight divisions. Benn was also in the British Army, where he served in Germany for 3 years, then Northern Ireland during the Troubles for 18 months. He attended Loxford School of Science and Technology, Ilford, Greater London. Now he lives in Sydney, Australia with his family. Background: Barbadian-British, Benn comes from a sporting family that includes a famous cousin in the football world, Paul Inc., who would often accompany Benn to the ring for his UK fights. Benn had a record of 41 wins and 1 loss as an amateur boxer, with the loss being against Rod Douglas, whom Benn later defeated. Professional boxing career: Benn turned professional in 1987 and began a streak of consecutive knockout wins. During this time, Benn won the vacant Commonwealth middleweight title with a second-round win over Abdul Umar. At 22-0, Benn defended his Commonwealth title against Michael Watson in a heavily hyped bout in May 1989 at Finsbury Park, London. Throwing nothing but hooks, Benn repeatedly failed to get through Watson's tight guard, and gradually tired whilst being stunned numerous times himself. In the 6th round, Watson knocked Benn down with a jab and Benn was counted out as he rose to his feet, albeit by a somewhat hasty referee's count. His next fight, against Jorge Amparo in Atlantic City, US, was his first fight abroad and also the first to last the full distance, with Benn winning a 10-round decision. WBO middleweight champion, after 2 more wins, against Sanderline Williams and Jose Quinans, Benn fought WBO middleweight title holder Doug DeWitt of the USA in Atlantic City. Benn was knocked down in round 2, but came back to knock DeWitt down in round 3, then score 3 knockdowns in round 8 to win the title. His first defense came in August 1990 against former WBC champion Iran Barkley, whom he floored 3 times and stopped on the 3-knockdown rule at the end of the first round. Benn returned to the UK and met British rival Chris Eubank. They fought in Birmingham on November 18, 1990. Benn lost his title to Eubank when the referee stopped the fight in the 9th round. See also Benn vs Eubank, WBC super middleweight champion. Benn then went on a winning streak of 6 fights leading up to another world title challenge. In 1991, he beat Marvin Hagler's half-brother, Robbie Sims, by a knockout in round 7, followed by a close, disputed decision win against Thulani Malinga, and a one-punch KO victory against Dan Sherry. On October 10, 1992, Benn challenged Mauro Galvano for the WBC super middleweight title in Palagaiaccio de Marino, Lazio, Italy. After a controversial dispute at ringside over the official result after Galvano was unable to continue due to a severe cut, Benn was declared the winner and won the title by a 4th-round TKO. He defended it against fellow Britons Nicky Piper and Lou Gent, and a rematch victory over Mauro Galvano, before again boxing great rival Chris Eubank, who was now WBO super middleweight champion, in a unification bout on October 9, 1993. This time they boxed to a disputed draw, with both fighters retaining their respective titles. Benn successfully defended his title twice more in 1994 with unanimous decisions against fellow Briton Henry Wharton and Juan Carlos Gimenez. Benn vs McClellan. In February 1995, Benn defended his 168 lb title against WBC middleweight champion Gerald McClellan in a highly anticipated bout billed as sudden impact. Most American experts gave Benn little chance. In an exciting fight, Benn was knocked through the ropes in the 1st round and was knocked down again in the 8th round. However, Benn managed to twice work his way back into the fight and was able to stop McClellan in the 10th round. At the time of the stoppage, 2 judges had McClellan ahead and 1 had the fight even. Unfortunately, however, McClellan was severely injured as a result of the fight. After collapsing in his corner after the fight had finished, McClellan was rushed to hospital where it was discovered he had developed a blood clot on the brain. To this day McClellan is almost completely blind, partially deaf, and uses a wheelchair, although he has regained some movement and can walk with a cane. In 2007, McClellan, his wife and children attended a benefit dinner organized and hosted by Benn to help McClellan with his ongoing medical expenses. 2 more defenses followed against future WBC title holder Vincenzo Nardillo and American Danny Perez, before Benn lost his title with an uncharacteristically lackluster performance to old rival Malinga in 1996. Benn twice attempted to take the WBO super middleweight title from Steve Collins but failed in both attempts, losing by TKO in 4 in the first fight after sustaining an ankle injury. He retired following the second loss to Collins in 1996, retiring on his stool at the end of the 6th round. Life after his professional career. After his professional boxing career, Nigel Benn became an internationally recognized DJ. He later appeared in the first series of the ITV reality TV show I'm a Celebrity. Get Me Out of Here. Benn has since developed a strong faith and is a born-again Christian. Benn now lives with his family in Sydney, Australia, where he has been studying theology, sports coaching and sports development. Nigel is still active in the international boxing scene, mentoring, developing and training both amateur and professional boxers in Australia. Benn was entered into the World Boxing Council Boxing Hall of Fame in 2013 and was honoured alongside fellow Brit Joe Calzaghe as the WBC's greatest super middleweight champion in history. His image is now enshrined upon the 6th-generation WBC super middleweight belt. Benn works with youth at risk in Blacktown, NSW, and is dedicated to his charity work. Nigel is an ambassador to the New South Wales Police Citizens Youth Clubs and is an advocate for healthy living. Benn ran the 2013 City to Surf to raise funds for the most underfunded PCYC gym in Redfern, Sydney, and has undertaken many fundraisers for the charity since improving the boxing facilities in the most impoverished areas of Sydney. Benn regularly assists Christian groups, counselling individuals suffering from addiction and along with wife Caroline counsel couples who are facing marriage issues. Benn is also a patron of the Shannon Bradshaw Trust, a UK children's charity based in the northwest of England, helping children with life-threatening conditions and their families. Benn's autobiography, published in 2001, is called Dark Destroyer. Professional boxing record, professional titles, amateur accomplishments, amateur boxing, 41 wins 4 loss, undefeated welterweight for the 1st Battalion, the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers between 1982 and 1984. Won titles all the way up to heavyweight and trained others in his regiment's boxing team, 1986 ABA middleweight champion, avenging a previous loss to Rod Douglas. References. External links, professional boxing record for Nigel Benn from BoxRec, House Collection Series, recent interview with Nigel Benn.